Hi, I'm Danny and these are my Diecast Disasters. In this video I'm going to be turning this Hot Wheels 1956 Flashsider Chevrolet pickup truck into a custom candy monster truck. Hot Wheels have been producing the Flashsider since 1992, and this particular green 4x4 version was released in 2011. We'll start out by taking it apart. There's one post to drill out. Then I can pop the base off and take the truck apart. With it taken apart, I can now take the body casting and remove the paint using a little bit of paint stripper. And here it is with the paint removed. Next, I'll give it a tidy up with a wire brush on my rotary tool and remove the oxidation and any remaining paint. And here it is after wire brushing. It's looking a lot cleaner and tidier. Now I can move on and paint it. I begin with an undercoat of black. It's then painted with Vallejo metal colour silver. So I had a look at quite a few of these old Chevys online, and I thought one of the coolest colours was a nice blue. So I'm going to be painting my Chevy in a candy blue. So I'm using a Vallejo candy here. This is the first coat. I'm applying it very slowly so that it doesn't pool anywhere. There's the first coat done. Now I'll just let that dry for a couple of minutes while I wash out my airbrush and refill it. And now I'll give it a second coat. See the blue starting to get deeper and deeper. And again, I'll let this coat dry while I clean out my brush and refill it with some more paint. And a final third coat. Now I'm starting to get a nice deep blue like I'm looking for. And here it is after I've finished. A nice even colour all over the model. I paint in the little details. There's only the front lights to do. And some clear orange on the indicators there. And I finished the body of my truck with a couple of coats of nice gloss clear. Moving on to the chassis now. First I'll just cut these axles and remove the wheels. I use some hot water and caustic soda to remove the chrome from the base. And here it is with the chrome paint removed. Now I'm going to be putting some big monster wheels on this, so I want to lower where the axles go. I'm going to use this little aluminium tubing here for the axle casings. I'll just use my Dremel to cut some notches into the base here. And then a couple of drops of my Starbond super glue here, and I'll glue the axles in place. Next I use some epoxy putty to build up the struts where I've put the new axles on. And once it's hardened, just using my Dremel here to tidy it up a bit. Followed by some filing and sanding. And I also built up some new diffs there. They're not super detailed or anything, but they're better than just the bare axle, I think. I've cut out some more little pieces of aluminium tubing here. I'm going to make some little shocks. I wind up some wire here to make some springs. Again, they're not super detailed, but I think they look better than having no shocks. And then I'll just glue them onto the chassis here. And then it all gets a nice coat of black paint. It's then painted in burnt steel. And I painted the bumpers and grille there in chrome and detailed the tail light. I'm going to make a little custom license plate for it, so I've printed some out here on some standard A4 paper. It says 56 Chev, and I've cut one out here. And I'm going to use a little bit of PVA glue to glue it on. And once this was all dried, I sealed the whole thing with some satin varnish. And finally, this ugly yellow windscreen section here, I just painted it a nice gloss black. So here are all the parts of our Hot Wheels 56 Flashsider Chevy pickup, repainted, refurbished and ready to go back together as a monster truck. I've got some nice green light monster wheels there. So while I'm popping that back together, let's just take a look back and be reminded of what we started with. Our Hot Wheels 4x4 Chevy truck. Actually pretty cool green paint job on it, but I'm really not keen on the yellow windscreen or those ugly wheels. So let's turn it into a blue candy monster. And here it is, our finished Matchbox Monster Candy Flashsider. It's been repainted in a nice candy blue and detailed. Of course, it's got those huge monster wheels from Greenlight on it. It's got some big monster shocks there and a custom license plate. And I've also blacked out those ugly yellow windscreens. There was no interior in it anyway, so it hides that big ugly post that was there. I think it looks really cool, particularly like those great big fat Greenlight wheels. I'll definitely be using some more of these in some builds. And I also think that blue really suits the truck. You can let me know what you think in the comments down below. Thanks to everyone for the great comments and likes on my videos. Extra special thanks to my awesome Patreon supporters who help to support the channel through Patreon. If you'd like to help out as well, you can check out my Patreon page. There's a link in the description below, as well as a link where you can get 10% off Starbond Super Glue. Thanks heaps for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did and you'd like to see more like it, remember to subscribe and click the bell so that you get notifications and updates. Give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends.